like with that speed, again, that speed's really going to help evade. Let's see if that Wraith is going to hold up short. It isn't going to continue to chase. Demonologist is at least going to be able to take an expansion now. Looks like a Dragoon being plopped up alongside, and that shuttle being, looks like that Wraith being kind of enthralled by that. Starting to push up, Observer coming alongside, getting a good look at that attack force. He doesn't know whether there's anything in that dropship or not, but wow, being really aggressive, that dropping the Reaver again in that probe line, try to draw that Wraith back, and once again able to kill a lot of SCVs with that voltage of that Dragoon Reaver being very risky. And we'll see if he can hold this line. He's got 3 Dragoons positioned. Now this is, interestingly enough, playing with that configuration might play into his favor, having that blockade, and we'll see if that shuttle gets taken out by that Wraith in transition. The Wraith pushing by. Keep in mind it does have that speed upgrade, so it moves a little bit faster than that Wraith. Otherwise it would have gotten taken out. Mine's being planted on the other side, but in a pretty good position. He's got that shuttle alongside. If he can take out that Wraith, which it looks like he was, he can swing back around and use that in assistance to take out these tanks. One tank already taken out. A couple more tanks. They're able to establish an additional position. Another expansion going up to 3 o'clock. I don't think Demonologist sees it though. But right now these tanks having to hold up, and again, now they have the opposite problem. They're kind of held on this side of the bridge. The Reaver, once again, now that Wraith's out, is going to go up and try to do some more harassment. Demonologist still hasn't taken his secondary. Looks like he's been distance mining at this stage. Interestingly enough, he's trying to push up with those tanks, continuing to push up with these tanks. This Reaver going in for yet another harass. Racquetball just playing a little bit reckless here with this harass, and going to be able to drop, and he's going to get some free hits on these SCVs once again. Actually clearing a mine there randomly, and able to do an attack right there. Wow, killing all sorts of SCVs right there. I'm not sure how he killed that mine, considering he couldn't see it. Anyway, oh, there's the Observer right there. So targeted right there. Able to get a lot more SCVs, and this is going to stop Demonologist. It's actually stopping short, so he could continue to press on this. He isn't. Base is up at that 3 o'clock position, but his economy's been so battered at this stage. Really, even though he's done an effective job pushing, just the fact that he hasn't got that secondary up, he hasn't been able to get that secondary up, and he's lost so many SCVs. Looks like that shuttle headed home to assist in the defense at the home front. Probe's getting massacred on that secondary. That third base is up and transition, so it looks like Racquetball still's going to hold that economic advantage even if this Nexus goes down. But at the very least, Demonologist, keep in mind, he's lost so many SCVs. Looks like he's replenishing them fairly well, but he hasn't been able to establish another base. Taking this Nexus out, but that's still going to keep Racquetball ahead. And Racquetball looks like he's going to load up that dropship and try to go up ahead. We'll see if we're going to... I don't see any higher level tech, though, to really assist to try to get these tanks off. The secondary is going to be down. It's at least going to be out of reach. 3 o'clock location, though, is starting to produce, so it's still no probes being transferred, so it's not going to be a pure economic advantage like it would usually be. Tanks trying to push up and just kind of do a little bit of seal. Racquetball in a bit of trouble. Still in a bit of trouble. Looks like he's got some Zealots alongside. Maybe with that Zealot Reaver combination and some drops, he'll be able to get some down. Another drop coming in. So kind of a dual attack here. Those tanks pushing in, able to get a lot of probes. It's still not enough probes. Probes coming off the line to help attack the tanks. But honestly, the amount of kills that they've gotten, it's just not comparative to the amount of damage that Reaver's done. Demonologist trying to get his second base up. It's still that second base producing, and it looks like mining actually on the opposite end. And we'll see if Racquetball can hold this. If he can hold this is kind of the key prerogative. Zealots being dropped on the backside on those tanks. Those Zealots are going to be able to get in on those tanks, and it looks like Racquetball is going to be able to hold this. Vulture's out of position to defend those tanks. Demonologist being a little, I think, a little bit frustrated here, pushing up and ending up giving away this attack with that shuttle. Very nice in Racquetball, though, to exploit that opportunity. Now, things are resetting a little bit. 65 supply versus 45 supply, exactly where Racquetball wants to be. He does have a second base established. We'll see if he transfers some probes now, and he can retake that Nexus fairly easily. Dropship a little bit wearing. It looks like he's going to go up and do some damage on the secondary, and I don't see any attack units. There's a single tank, 2 Vultures, a Wraith, and another tank up here, and we'll see. Oh shoot! Let's see if that Wraith manages to take out that shuttle right now. Pushing up. Oh man, 2 Dragoons in position to help in the defense. Not quite able to take that shuttle out, and I don't think it has cloaking to really assist. Racquetball being extremely aggressive coming up, and it looks like the Vulture attacking these probes, but completely distracted at the secondary. So I think wow, yeah, Vulture's very keen there on Racquetball's part. Things really going his way. Able to kill that Vulture in that upper right-hand corner. This command center once again stopped. being halted, being picked up and brought back. And not enough tanks to really retake this. Racquetball's aggression really playing well for him in this game. Hasn't really cost him everything, and it's really putting the game in his favor. Templar Archives going up. Citadel of Dune as well. Cannons to protect that 3 o'clock location. We'll see if he decides to take his natural again. He's got a pretty good supply count, going 74 against 54 again. Command center being slowly lifted out, but honestly, just with the 2 tanks and the 5 vultures against the Reaver, I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to have to rely on some micro errors to really successfully push this up, and there's a lot of dragoons coming up across the middle of the map to assist in this contain. I think Racquetball has in fact won this. Supply count looks like about 59, 60 versus 74, plus the economic edge really in Racquetball's favor. Racquetball looks like he's going to take a secondary now, so going to be 3 bases versus 1. Demonologist still trying to get his base established, not able to do so. Going to have to pull back a little bit of damage right there. That SCV trying to build that turret going to get taken out. That turret going to get taken out. Pure-wise, those zealots should, I don't know if they have speed upgrade or not. Does not look like they're speed upgraded. That shuttle pushing in, not able to get in proximity, but I still think there's going to be that Reaver shot should be able to take out that tank. Actually, the Dragoon's purely just going to be able to brunt that tank. See if that Reaver gets a second shot off. Going to actually absorb in that shuttle. Still able to push up. Looks like that shuttle was taken out. Still 3 Dragoons, and still the secondary is still denied from Demonologist while this additional base going up. Demonologist is almost mined out, really looking thin at his main, and this is what it's going to come down to. He has an armory, but with a skeleton crew of forces, he's trying to take this additional base. If he cannot hold this, if he cannot take this base with this attack, he is going to in fact lose this match. Pushing up with his tanks, and it looks like he has sealed the perimeter. But it looks like Dark Templar pushing down, and I don't see any turrets, and I don't think there's a comsat station. There is no comsat to help with this. This is a nice choice from Racquetball, seeing the lack of detection really heads up. If he brings these Dark Templar down, and I don't see any mines established either, if he brings these Dark Templar down, that could really completely blow the game out of Demonologist's hands. 3 bases established. Templar Archives looks like, I assume speed is finished. I'm going to assume, looks like Psystorm is just finished up as well. Turret just now being established, but the Dark Templar already in position to sneak by. Tanks going on the front line. As long as this Dark Templar ignores, actually no, it's going to go and push up on that turret. We'll see if mines are going to be established. I don't even know if they have mines. Looks like they do have some mines. These Templar are going to have to push back. More Dark Templar flooding in. Things not going well for Demonologist at all. Going to have to lift off this command center once again, and he cannot do that at this stage. He has to leave it down because he's completely out of minerals at his main. Yeah, he has to leave it down as it's getting assailed by these Dark Templar. It's probably going to go into the red. Dragoon's pushing up alongside. I think Racquetball knows that if he takes out this command center, he's won the game and he's won the endurance tournament. Looks like it's going into defensive position, which is exactly what he can't do, and that's going to be prime targets for this for Psystorm. Burning command center floating back. Looks like and these Dark Templar just looks like they've won the game, just having a field day. And I think Demonologist sent something up a right hand corner. I think he realized maybe an SCV scout, maybe a vulture. I think he realizes kind of Racquetball's in a really good position. He's trying to float another command center out to the bottom left hand corner, but right now running off 0 minerals, has absolutely no resources, so he's got to push out with this attack. And if this attack gets stopped, it really is his last hurrah. And it looks like everything going to push up now, and some Templar with some Psystorm alongside. Shuttle somehow making it up top and able to get both Zealots down, and this is going to be, it looks like things have gone well. Losing 2 Templar to a mine, but it's not going to be enough. Racquetball honestly could throw forces right now at Demonologist. Demonologist does not have enough attack force. He's going to end up losing the secondary. Can't transfer. It looks like he actually somehow, I guess with that shuttle, actually looks like across that gap, he's transferring SCVs at the bottom left-hand corner, but his main is depleted. He's going again way behind in the economic game, and he doesn't have any attack forces on the ground. 88 supply versus 47. Things really working out completely working out in Racquetball's favor. So Racquetball is the winner 2-0 in the final match. So he gets the SE2 beta key as well as the BlizzCon goodie bag, $50 from me, and I'll buy his copy of StarCraft 2. Special thanks to everybody involved. Special thanks to, of course, Tycho and Gabe for starting the Child's, and the guys at Penny Arcade for starting the Child's Play tournament. Thank you for everybody who's watched and enjoyed these, and once again donate at sc2gg.com/endurance. There's a widget right there for